Hi there, my name is Sarah and welcome to iHealthBrokers channel. So today we're going to be talking about Medicare Supplement Plans. A lot of our clients are interested in supplementing their original Medicare with a Medicare Supplement Plan. So today we're going to try to break it down in the simplest of terms. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, if this is your first time to our channel, at iHealthBrokers, we are licensed health insurance brokers and we're licensed nationwide. So please feel free to leave any questions that you may have in the comments below, or you can give us a call here at iHealthBrokers at 888-410-0344. There's absolutely no charge for our services. And we release these videos on a weekly basis designed to educate people about Medicare and health insurance in general. So feel free to poke around, look at some of our other videos, because we're sure that we can answer quite a few of your questions about Medicare and health insurance in general in those videos. And if there are any questions you have, any other videos you'd like to see, just let us know so we can get on it. Now, like I said earlier, today we're going to be talking about Medicare Supplement Plans. A lot of our clients are really looking to supplement their original Medicare with either a Medicare Supplement Plan or Medicare Advantage, also known as Medicare Part C. And really dependent upon your needs and your area, one might be better than the other for you. So we do have other videos that are dedicated to Medicare Advantage and the differences between Medicare Advantage and Medicare Supplement Plans. But today we're going to be talking specifically about Medicare Supplement Plans. Original Medicare consists of Medicare Part A, which is your hospital insurance, and Medicare Part B, which is your outpatient insurance. Now, honestly, together they cover a lot of your healthcare needs, but there are definitely some gaps. Also, there is no out-of-pocket max with Original Medicare, which can be a big problem. Medicare will cover about 80% of the costs, leaving you with about 20%, which can really stack up if you've got some big medical bills. So enter Medicare Supplement Plans. Medicare Supplement Plans are designed to cover those gaps of Original Medicare and also limit your out-of-pocket costs, which is a very, very big deal, especially if you're living on a fixed income. Now, although Medicare Supplement Plans are offered by private carriers, they're actually standardized, so the benefits stay the same across the board. So if you choose Plan G, it's going to offer the same benefits regardless of who your carrier is. Also, if your doctor accepts Medicare, they accept your Medicare Supplement Plan. It doesn't matter who your carrier is. So really, it's important that you shop around and make sure you go with a company that has a history of low and stable rate increases, because the prices do tend to increase on a yearly basis due to rising healthcare costs and inflation. But you want to make sure that you go with a carrier that doesn't jump wildly from year to year. You can choose from Medicare Supplement Plans, also known as Medigap Plans, A, B, C, D, F, G, K, L, M, and N. Now, I'm going to grab my computer and I'm going to take you to a handy little table on Medicare.gov, and through the magic of video editing, you're going to see what I'm seeing on my screen. All right? Okay, so we're going to go to Medicare.gov. And we're just going to take a look at this page that is all about comparing Medigap policies. Now, I'm going to put this exact link in the description below, so in case you want to take a look after the video, you don't have to go hunting all over Medicare.gov for it. Okay, so let's just scroll down here, and I want to bring your attention to this little line right here. All policies offer the same basic benefits, but some offer additional benefits, so you can choose which one meets your needs. In Massachusetts, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, Medigap policies are standardized in a different way. So actually, if you click on those, it'll explain further. So if you live in one of those states, make sure that you do your research, and I'll put links to that in the description below as well. So now let's scroll down to this actual chart here. Okay, so here we have A, B, C, D, F, G, K, L, M, and N. It's a lot to choose from. I'm going to focus on the areas of difference because we're really talking about which is the best Medicare supplement plan in today's video. So we want to focus on what's different about these plans. So you'll see that yes, all of the plans cover Part A coinsurance and hospital costs. Now, Part B coinsurance or copay. So A, B, C, D, F, G, M, and sort of N do. Now, K will cover 50% of the costs, and L will cover 75% of the costs. And when we talk about the actual monthly premiums for the plans, you're going to see why these plans offer a little bit less coverage, and that's because these plans tend to be a little bit less expensive. It's the same thing for blood if you need a transfusion for the first 3 pints. A, B, C, D, F, G, M, and N cover the costs. And K and L, again, we've got 50% of the cost covered with K and 75% of the cost covered with L. You're probably noticing a pattern here. Okay, now let's look at Part A, hospice care, coinsurance, or copay. Again, A, B, C, D, F, G, M, N, K, and L, we got 50% and 75%. It's the same thing with skilled nursing facility care coinsurance. So actually for this, A and B are not going to cover skilled nursing facility care coinsurance. So that's very, very important to take into consideration. Very, very important when making your decision. So the rest of the plans are going to give you some type of coverage, again, with K covering 50% and L covering 75%. Now let's look at the Part A deductible. This is also very important. So the Part A deductible, again, Part A is your hospital insurance. The way that deductible works is that it's not applied on a yearly basis, but actually per hospital stay, basically. So if you have more than one overnight hospital stay, you have to meet that deductible each and every time. So Plan A is actually not going to cover that deductible, whereas the rest of the plans are going to give you some type of coverage, if not full coverage. So we have K that gives you 50%, L that gives you 75%, and I believe this is M, M that also gives you 50%. So that's pretty significant coverage, quite frankly. Okay, the Part B deductible. This actually is no longer relevant. So it used to be, over here is Plan F. If you scroll up, you'll see that that's Plan F. Let me scroll back down. So it used to be that Plan F would actually cover your Part B deductible. Now that's a once annual deductible. In 2021, it's only going to be $203. And once you meet that, then your insurance, your Medicare kicks in. So it used to be, oh yeah, and Plan C as well. It used to be that there were certain plans offered that would cover that deductible as well, but now for new enrollees, those plans are no longer being offered. That being said, it's really not that big of a deal because it's only $203, and generally speaking, the other plans were so much less expensive that you would more than cover those costs. So this is sort of irrelevant, like I said. Part B excess charges. Oh, this is important though. This one is really, really important. So your doctor can choose, doctors that are on Medicare accept the amount that Medicare pays, but doctors can choose to charge up to 15% more. This is known as Part B excess charges. Now, if your plan does not cover those Part B excess charges, that means that you may be on the hook for those Part B excess charges. Now, in all honesty, this is probably not such a big deal if your doctor, your regular physician, chooses to charge those excess charges. But there are many centers of excellence that have those Part B excess charges, and those costs can be a little bit more significant. So something to take into consideration. So you'll see here that the only plans that cover the Part B excess charges are Plan F, which is no longer being offered, and Plan G. So Plan G, you're probably noticing, is really the most comprehensive coverage available to new enrollees. Most similar to that is going to be Plan N, and that's all the way over here. You're going to notice that if we scroll up and we look really at Plan G and Plan N, and now let's keep going, they're pretty much exactly identical with the exception of these Part B excess charges. Foreign travel, so you'll see not covered, not covered. Most of the plans are either going to cover or going to not cover it, or they'll cover 80%. So are you planning on traveling this year? And remember, you can change plans if you need to. So if you're planning on traveling, maybe enroll in a Medicare Supplement plan that has some type of foreign travel exchange. If you're not planning on traveling, then probably not that important to you. The out-of-pocket limits, so since most of these plans actually cover your coinsurance, this isn't applicable, but for Plan K and Plan L, here are the out-of-pocket limits. So this is the most that you would be asked to pay out of pocket. So for Plan K in 2021, it's going to be $6,220, and in Plan L in 2021, it's $3,110. This is really, really important. Maybe one of the most important aspects of a Medicare supplement plan is that it does limit your out-of-pocket maximums, or rather I should say it imposes an out-of-pocket maximum, because with original Medicare, there is no out-of-pocket maximum. All right, here's some other things to just take into consideration. Plan F and Plan G, you'll notice there's a little star up at the top. This is to indicate that they also offer high deductible plans. They're pretty high deductibles, so unless it's under the most special of circumstances, it's probably not something to consider. And for plans K and L, after you meet your out-of-pocket yearly limit and your yearly Part B deductible, Medigap plans pay 100% of covered services. And then down here is where I said you could click on Massachusetts, Minnesota, Wisconsin, if you live in one of those areas. Okay, so as a reminder, I'm going to put this link in the description below so you can take a look on your own time. So there's good news and bad news. Honestly, through video like this, I cannot tell you how much your Medicare supplement plan is going to cost. It really depends on the plan you choose, your carrier, and your state. But there's good news, and that's that it's really easy to figure out a more narrowed down range of what the prices would be in your area. And you can do that on Medicare.gov. And again, through the magic of video editing, I'm going to show you a handy little website, Medicare.gov, not really that little, where you can narrow down exactly what your prices would be. Okay, so again, I'm taking you to Medicare.gov, and we're looking to compare the different plans. Now, once you're on this page, you actually have two different ways. You could log in if you have, or I guess three different ways. You could log in if you already have an account. You can continue without logging in, or we can click here on this button that says looking for Medigap Policies. And when you click on that, it's going to take you to this little pop-up. And this is going to specify exactly what Medicare supplement plans are. And it's going to remind you to also select prescription drug coverage, because Medigap policies, also known as Medicare Supplement Policies, do not cover prescription drugs. Then at the bottom, in bold, you'll have to contact the insurance company to enroll. So you can't enroll directly through Medicare.gov, but it will help to give you some helpful information. So let's continue. All right, I'm going to enter a zip code in Florida. I want to note that in Florida, Medicare Advantage policies are pretty common, so the prices may be a little bit different as far as Medicare supplement plans when compared to your area, because Medicare Advantage plans are really, really popular in Florida. All right, so we're going to say that I am just turned 65. I'm a female, and I don't use tobacco, because that affects the prices. All right. So here are the 12 Medicare supplement plans available in my state. And also on the side, it's going to remind you of those plan benefits. So, Medigap Plan A, generally speaking, it's going to range from $154 to $298 in my area. This is not one of the most comprehensive plans, so you may find that it's a little bit less expensive. Medigap Plan B, $202 to $274. Okay, so this one does include that Part A deductible, which we talked about as being pretty important. C. So here, notice this. This plan isn't available if you turn 65 on or after January 1st, 2020. So it's not really that important because if you were interested in this plan, you're probably already enrolled in it. It's one of the more comprehensive plans. Medigap Plan D. This one is also one of the more comprehensive plans. If you remember, it's pretty similar to Medigap Plan G, which is currently the most comprehensive coverage available, meaning it offers the fullest benefits. So this one, as you'll notice, is going to be a little bit more expensive. Let's keep scrolling. Plan F. Again, this one is not going to be available to new enrollees. Previously, this was considered the most comprehensive plan and therefore the most popular. Then here's that high deductible plan that we talked about. So look, even if you were interested in Plan F and you were able to enroll in it, here's the difference in monthly premiums, but it's got a very large deductible. In 2021, it's $2,370 as opposed to $203. So when you factor in that deductible, you were probably better off with the regular Plan F anyway, and that applies to Plan G as well. So Plan G, like I said, is currently the most comprehensive coverage available. So if you want peace of mind and you'd rather pay a little bit more out of pocket on a monthly basis to ensure that you're not going to have unexpected and large bills on the back end, then Plan G is the one for you. That would be the one that we would recommend if those are your specific needs. And right now, the prices are going to range from $218 to $340. As a reminder, Plan G covers everything except for that Part B deductible, which is not that big of a deal. And then again, we compare that to the high deductible. I wouldn't recommend it based on these price differences because we have that very large deductible of $2,370. Pretty big. All right, here's K. Medigap Plan K is usually one of the least expensive plans. So if you want some type of coverage, you want something to cover a portion of your Part A deductible, you want something that's going to provide you skilled nursing facilities, something that's going to cover your emergency bases, but you really don't want to spend too much out of pocket on a regular basis, then Plan K might be something that you want to look into. Same thing with Plan L, because if you'll remember when we were comparing Plan K and Plan L, very, very similar, except usually when Plan K was covering 50%, Plan L was covering 75%. And if you look at the costs here, so it ranges from $87 to $158 versus $168 to $233. So it really just depends. Then there's Plan M, not one of the more popular plans. And finally, there's Plan N, which actually is one of the more popular plans because it is very, very similar to Plan G, which, like I said, is the most comprehensive coverage available. So let's look at those costs. It's between $158 and $270. And let's scroll back up just for a reminder. Plan G. So $158 to $270 versus $218 to $340. So we're talking about a $75 on average reduction in price for monthly premiums, and the only difference is those Part B excess charges. But you do need to be aware of those because, like I said, if you need to visit a center of excellence, many of them do have those Part B excess charges, and those can really, really stack up. However, for your regular doctors, specialists, you can always go ahead and check in advance to determine if your doctor does charge those Part B excess charges. And if you're flexible, you could just choose another doctor and save yourself a little money. So that's the comparison of the different price points. So basically what it all boils down to is if you want peace of mind and you're willing to shell out a little bit extra money up front to make sure that you're not going to have big bills at the end, then you might want to go with Plan G. A good backup to that, if you're willing to take a little risk with those Part B excess charges, is Plan N. And if you're looking for something that just covers your bases at the minimum but offers you a good price savings, it's Plan K. Now, as a disclaimer, that is, of course, based on generalities and what I'm seeing here. When you log on to Medicare.gov and put in your information, specifically your age, your gender, and your location, then you may get different information. So, as always, it's very, very important that you do your research. There is no one-size-fits-all answer. So if you've done your research and figured out exactly which plan is right for you by perusing the options on Medicare.gov, Medicare.gov is going to redirect you towards a page that will list all the different carriers available in your area and then prompt you to contact them. Please do not go this route. You can absolutely contact the carrier directly. However, that's going to make comparison shopping much, much more difficult. As you probably noticed in our little walkthrough just now, those price ranges are still pretty significant, and that's because it depends upon the carrier that you choose. That's very, very important. Now, if you contact the carrier directly, they're only going to present you with their company's rates, which, like I said, is going to make comparison shopping much, much more difficult. You're not going to get any type of incentive or discount by contacting the carrier directly. You're just going to make much more work unless you want to, of course, contact every single carrier listed on Medicare.gov. Sounds like a big pain in the tush. So instead, we recommend that you work with a broker, a licensed broker. A broker is a third-party liaison who works for you, not the insurance company, which is the carrier. And again, most brokers are not going to charge you for their services, or I should say, at least many brokers will not charge you for their services, and there is no additional hike in price for your premiums or anything like that. So if you'd like our assistance, you can reach us here at iHealthBrokers at 888-410-0344. But whether you go with us or with another company, please use a broker. It's going to make your life so much easier. I also want to remind you that you can enroll in a Medicare Supplement Plan year-round. However, it behooves you to do so during your individual open enrollment period. And with Medicare Supplement Plans, this is the 6 months after you turn 65 and enroll in Medicare Part B. During that time, you won't be subject to medical underwriting, which means pretty much your options are wide open. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please make sure to click like and subscribe as well. That way you stay up to date on all things Medicare related, and we can answer any of your future health insurance questions. We want to make sure that our clients and viewers are informed and educated, so that way you make the best possible choices about your health insurance and, of course, save a little money. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.